The enemy did this?
Hard to believe. Yeah.
Enemies up
I guess
ahead.
Hephaestus was busy making hunter-killers.
Strike it again, before the plasma blows! Here! Fight me! Careful! It's dangerous if we lose this part!
We better get a move on. The room we found Beta in is up ahead.
Lead the way.
Spot it.
For the
Gotta
fallen
move.
marshals! Still fighting! Keep at it! Machine defeated.
We're here. Now we just need to find a way to access the database Guy was talking about.
Varl mentioned you found Beta in one of those pods. I would hate to be locked up inside such a thing. There's barely room to breathe.
I think I found what we're looking for.
Let's hope it holds the answers we seek.
I'll download the database to your Focus, so you can search through it later.
What about the components?
They should be somewhere on the... Spectres!
Fight with honor! Good! You'll still die!
I can keep going.
I'm all right. Fight! Give up!
The Zeniths might send reinforcements. We need to finish up and get out of here. The components should be somewhere on the second floor.
I'm right behind you.
We need to search the entire floor.
I'll keep a lookout. Don't want any more surprises.
Good idea. A vent. Might be a way out of this room. Please tell me the components are in there. The components have to be here somewhere. My pack's full. I can get it from the stash later. I should go back and give these to Kotallo.
You found the components?
See for yourself.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
Something wrong?
I was just thinking about what it will be like after I build the arm. Will I feel different? Whole again? Idle thoughts. They can wait until we're back at base.
You go on ahead. I might want to take one more look around, in case there's anything useful.
Very well. I look forward to putting what we found to good use. Walk with the 10.
from the cold.
I see you, champion. Sit, please.
Right. Your loss.
Choosing the right rations can be just as important to your chance of survival as choosing the right weapons. If you want food that'll save your life out in the wilds, go northwest to Saltbite. The cook there, Pintala, she'll whip up a meal for anyone who needs it, to Nox or not.
I'll make sure to pay her a visit if I'm out that way.
Look at my wares, or you won't know what you've missed.
You look geared up for battle. Always a smart choice.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room, so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
The rebel holdouts can't be allowed to continue their pointless fight.
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regalla's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was helping you with?
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss it, if you have a moment.
You wanted to talk about your arm?
Indeed. It's time to test it. And I want you to be there.
Okay. How are we doing this?
Not how. Where? Will you meet me where we felled Regalla's Tremor Tusk? Right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not sure I understand.
You'll see when we get there. I promise.
Then I'll let you know when I get close.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
I have to go. But I'll be briefing everyone on the plan soon.
Understood.
Like I said, I'll call you when I'm close to Regalla's old outpost near the bulwark.
May the Ten guide your way.
There's Gwen stuff in here now. Must be all of us. This is the mountain where that Tenakth wrestled with a Stormbird. Poor thing. Frost will make it brittle. If I have to. No one is climbing that mountain. Not even me. Those Tenakth were right. I would need to fly to find out what happened to Pharika. Fire's wasted on that machine. I think this is where Kotallo wanted to test out his new arm. Even though he didn't say how exactly. I should let him know I'm around sometime. Hey, Kotallo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you for waiting.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
All right, talk to me, Kotallo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time. Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan. But no longer.
I'm honored to help.
After you. Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels... wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it, but the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here. Something to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later then.
The Ten be with you, Aloy.
I'll save the extra stock for later. push on.
Before I forget, I wanted to...
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that? All right, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly, from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Sylens is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Okay. Almost time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first.
Did you see Katala's new home? I never thought I'd see metal bound to flesh in that way.
Yeah, he seems happy with it. Probably because he could crush me like a grapefruit.
Aloy, we're ready to meet you at the rendezvous point whenever you call.
Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks.
I know there's probably a lot on your mind right now, but I was hoping we could hunt down those Grimhorns. To harvest their control cores and fix the land gods.
Right. I'll let you know as soon as I make it back out there.
Thank you.
About the land gods. What did you want me to do again?
We need to kill 2 Grimhorns. I sent their location to your folk.
Got it. Thoughts on our new...
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different. Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Erend and I tried speaking to Sylens, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he? How's Erend doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed to despair. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy sometimes.
Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we have here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
That sounds like Alva. Is there anything I can help with around here?
Hmm? Oh, no. We're doing fine.
Are you okay?
You and Varl were friends for quite a while.
I like to think so.
I was wondering, what do you know about his mother?
Oh.
That bad, huh?
Why do you want to know?
He spoke of his sister, Vala, but I noticed he avoided talking about his mother.
She's the war chief of the Nora. Best warrior the tribe's ever known. Tougher than a Thunderjaw. She could be pretty harsh at times.
I see. That must have been hard on him. Thank you for telling me. I feel silly. I was never able to ask Varl directly.
I wouldn't worry about it. He was probably afraid Sona would scare you off.
I would have liked to see her try. Maybe I can meet her someday. When all this is over.
I think that can be arranged. You ever play that board game Erend set up?
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him. I was hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal. No such luck.
How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Erend's been busy scouring. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Erend likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
You and Erend seem to be on better...
He may have terrible taste in music, but that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad. Everyone here, if it weren't for Varl...
You know, there was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. To be honest, I think we both... So... He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the... We sat there. I thought about how Plainsong was just as... How every corner of it must be teem... And any fears I had about our mission. I miss him terribly.
I know. Ready to head over to the...
Whatever comes?
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war, and war is something I promised myself I'd left behind. But every voice I hear, it makes me realize just how much life was given, fighting for that gift. If we fail...
Helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there, you sounded like Varl.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you going to learn next?
I'm not sure. Last time I spoke with Gaia, and she brought up data you found on something. From what I get, the old ones would store knowledge in them, like you've done here. Maybe one day, more people will be able to use this.
That sounds... read anything in...
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of scented wax cleanse their aura. Plus something called Bubble Me. I think I'll stick to singing to calm.
You called yourself a...
To all living things an end must come. I try to bring comfort and sing of...
You said you were at Barren Light?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the... then attacked from... Before we knew it, the gates were open, and what happened next was... When all the dust and blood settled, our enemies defeated. I went back to Plainsong. It didn't feel like I'd...
Is that when you...
I thought soothing this... Then you came along. I could either sing at people's graves, or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter. I should go.
Before you do...
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So...
Make sure you stay alive to do so.
Let's just try to all come back home. Okay? You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm...
The plan will work.
Right.
I suppose you saw that Tilda is here.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths, or just scared of her. Probably both.
The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky. You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door. And more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy, but what the CEO became was a complete perverse principle diviners stand for. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness.
So, Bohai, your overseer.
He won't execute people on a whim, but he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right. The Ancestors, is that what your people call the Old Ones?
Yes and no. The Ancestors are the greatest of the Old Ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. Peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
It sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that. Are you okay?
I was wondering. She seems angry. The kind of angry that lead...
Don't worry. We're going to point the zeniths.
If you...
I hope our new guest...
This Sylens... He's the one who built the weapon that can take down zenith shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect... He refuses to dole out his secrets to us, lesser.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our... spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that. How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on everyone's mind. I didn't know him well, but Zoe and Erend seem to have taken to it, but I don't quite know what...
They need time.
And what about you?
I don't know. I imagine...
It's funny, because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek. But even so, you're different.
We grew up very differently.
Yes.
I hope everyone's been...
Oh, yeah, of course. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
What was Leviathan again?
A flood control system back in the Great Delta. It was built by Eileen. If we can acquire the data on it, then my sister won't have to live in fear of their homes washing away when the long rains come.
Right. And to find it, we need to head back to San Francisco. Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. Zoe seemed so... like every emotion she had was taking flight in song. And she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
We won't let the Zeniths get away with what they've done.
Everyone's ready to take the fight to...
And you?
Nervous?
Don't worry. We'll get through this together. I see you've been using...
It's been fascinating. What would have taken me years, like the database you helped me with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how diviners analyze... That is, whatever part of it the overseers would actually let us study.
I need to get up.
Albeit may truthfully...
And I haven't forgotten about the data. I'll let you know when I make it back.
Thank you, Aloy.
Did you need something? Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Why help Regalla take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regalla's rebellion, battling machines and fostering friendships with the Carja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier?
Yes. Exceedingly so. All Regalla craved was war, against the Carja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zenith at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
All right, Silence. I think I'll let you know when it's time to... And try not to mess with Tilda while... I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
Hey, Erend.
Yeah?
I was thinking if it's far for a bit. When you have the time.
Oh, sure, yeah. Aloy, aren't we meeting at the...
We are. We're finally doing...
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of I can hear the drinking songs already. Oh, earlier you mentioned something about Tenakth rebels and the Oseram, but we never really talked about it. I'm just saying, if you want to discuss it, you let me know.
Did you find anything out about the...
Yeah, my contacts are looking into it, but plus I have the Vanguard checking chains in case these guys are moving any supply. But if they are...
Yeah. And they have focuses too.
Hold on. You came looking for me in Meridian because you... So does that mean that if I go...
You could scan further.
And if an Oseram is where... They'd have to be a part of that...
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I've been known to have those.
Just let me know if you find him.
You got it.
You should know. He's the one who gave them the override.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
At least we know we're good at
Damn straight.
Did you find...
Plus I have the van in case these... But if...
Yeah.
Hold on. You came... So did...
You could scan.
And if an... They'd have...
It's not...
Yeah, I've been...
Just...
You got it.
You,
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Varl made the right...
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. How you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the med...
I guess we never got around to it. No time like the present, if...
I guess Silence is keeping to him.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to...
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his? After everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need. Do you think so we'll be okay?
I don't think anyone's ever okay after losing the one they love. I can't tell you she's handling it better than I ever did. That keeps the rest of us level-headed.
Do I smell?
I brought some over from... With everything that's been going on, I thought we... Besides, there is nothing that brings... That's what my sister always said, anyways.
Maybe another time. Anything happen?
Zoe asked us to help her bring... Not for eating. Yeah, if you ask me, metal might be plain, but it's nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
How are things with Kotallo?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I asked if it'd be interested in playing a game of Strike. I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it. Have you spoken?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her... She took to that new focus quick. I gotta say, I'm a little... But I can see why you two...
Anybody take you up on that ale?
Zoe can't stand the I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means.
What about
Now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. Yet...
Doesn't look like any of...
Yet. So, Kotallo tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. You'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the
Looking forward.
You look tough.
Ha! You never want to hold back. I've just been making sure that I got everything that would want to be the usual screw-up.
He'll do fine. He's still sifting.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's lots of words. I thought maybe I could try finding things with more, pictures in it. Not much luck there, but I did find out about images put together to tell. They were made to look like they were the real thing. The Oseram-like shows. I bet the...
You've been looking at any...
I asked Gaia to find me someone to look at, and she found them. They called it. Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to...
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses,
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. Saved my butt with those Spectres. Wouldn't feel right to leave it behind now. Besides, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. What else have you been studying?
Yeah, I've been looking into this, Vegas. Gaia showed us everything that happened when you went to get that... this Morlund guy seems pretty smart. Though, risking the Tenakth clan lands for a light show is a...
Maybe I should check up on them at some point.
Right.
You think it's time for us?
Yeah? Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Carja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Carja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's Kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Carja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Carja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Carja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
I guess guess
I'll see you at the rendezvous.
I wouldn't have it. Got a minute?
Yeah.
Anything new around?
Kotallo showed me this schematic. I recall reading about robotic but I never thought technology like that would be think of what it could do for. But knowing the Imperial family, they
replacing body parts as they grow older. I want you to know.
Whatever happens, I never thought I'd get to actually meet it.
Come on, do I look that old? Kotallo will protect you.
I'm not afraid. I know Kotallo will fulfill if we die doing so.
I'd rather you both.
We'll try.
You want to date?
A diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden, hell. But I was sent here to help you. I would be. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the.
Any more data?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. I'm particularly interested. We knew the ancestors had made it. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of the sheer calculations needed for space travel.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. So, all of the
Yes. The most fascinating one thus far. An entire culture based on the holograms. There's much they've misinterpreted. But still, there's a nobility to what they've...
And deadly. Once all this is over, will you...
I don't know. The more If I go back, I don't even know if they let... Or what they do to me for reading what is clearly for... Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duty... Would I be willing to let the truth of the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Over? Would I dare challenge them and risk, or...
Who's this?
We used to be rivals. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate. We became very close, and she promised she'd wait for me.
Well, that was smart of her.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do.
I'll be waiting.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Sylens and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
a second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
So, Eric. Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such, had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth?
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths, Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What, like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the HoloNet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
What else can we expect to find?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal that's where Beta and Gaia are being. They're also printing facilities where the others have been the natural resources they've stripped from them.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate a small army of them. In addition, they've also been ferrying materials to and from. After hundreds of years, luxuriating comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when disaster can strike at any moment.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon...
No, and he's been very careful. I'll admit it bothers me, but I am confident it will deactivate the other.
How many of them are in the base?
10. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony...
Why do you think Elizabeth...
I've wondered that She was brilliant. She cared so deeply for the world. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really...
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the Proving Lab after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes.
I think she regretted how
Did she? Thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Far Zenith, not who I truly am.
You said before that you're not like the others, but you never were.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. Both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius, I did what I had to try to hence the data channel with Beta. And the little trick I pulled just...
Why did
I built that house as a shelter a safe place, not just for me. Cultural artifacts of, truly, some of the greatest achievements of humanity.
And you wanted Beta?
Yes. I thought if she could experience it would bring something else in. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific data being drummed in. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this. She needed its shelter even more.
Okay.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me my past is always more than once I've lost everything. I see Liz's dream fulfilled.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will.
Remember, we need to get Silen's weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shields down.
These rebel holdouts don't give up easily.
So, how are we...
I do not know everything that you have planned. All that remains is to follow you to...
Thank you, Kotallo.
You brought us together. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm before we leave on our mission.
Right.
Thank you.
I bet people are curious.
None more than our Quen. She couldn't wait to take it apart. I gave her the data I used to, hoping I would set it.
Good luck with that. What did Chief Ikaro say when you...
You spilt rebel blood at the grove. There was little...
Well, I'm honored.
Indeed.
Your people keep mentioning the wings of...
The visions tell us that the 10 flew and leapt into bat for us. To imitate. It is why the challengers leap, and now, like the deeds of the 10 themselves. So?
I won't lie.
I can only imagine.
Did you meet Tilt?
There is something about her. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and...
Honestly, with her, things will get... You'll need every trick you...
I would have it. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we will endure on... Though, I am curious how you... Without an army of...
Leave that to me.
As you say.
Found anything interesting?
Gaia told me where to find data on how wars were... I knew the 10 fought against machines, but it seems they were among the later... Machines battled other machines as they... At least the Tenakth have the courage to put their lives on the...
There is nobility in that.
Yes, of course.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about...
And?
I looked up this pharaoh, Gaia said you... and learned about the plague of machines. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by... There is no glory or honor in such a fate.
That about sums... Think you're ready to put all your...
I am Tenakth.
Now that training time is over...
The bulwark, and how we need another miracle if...
I'll try not to let...
I know you...
Look, but I want her on our side.
It is more than she deserves.
Thank you, Kotal. What do Tenakth do to relax?
We play strike. You're Oseram, friend, although he has yet to beat me. It helps one think strategically.
Somehow that still sounds... Have you spoke...
The Quen is peculiar. Her mind is sharp, but it's hard to imagine her survive.
Trust me, she's tougher.
I will take your...
You nervous about...
If I live, it will be in victory. What matters most is that you achieve...
I'll do my best. We didn't really get to talk about...
There was... If he were Tenakth, Varl's bravery would have earned him among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. When the fight... I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin.
I'm sure he'd be honored. I'll see you soon.
It will be...
I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through.
I keep thinking... he's just gonna be standing there.
So, you return.
Well, now I know where metal flowers come from. A last-ditch effort to stop the Pharaoh plague. Demeter must have started distributing them after it took refuge in the greenhouse.
Wait. Take another space like that.
This place smells wrong. No sand or wind, only cold steel. And the others up there, your squad.
They can hold their own. And as for this base...
Call it what it is. A cage.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now I wait in my cage for your word.
The whole time I've been in the West, I've been fighting you. I'd at least like to know why.
You were among the enemy.
Why did...
Dorok, Jiroka, Makalo, and the Karja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among the first to... But the Karja captured them, strung them up, and burned them alive as an example. It was too late. I found them by the sound of their screams.
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance? No. I wanted devastation. To tear down the Karja's cities and drown the land in blood. Hunt down every last survivor and grind their but my chief betrayed.
How did Hikaru... Fashav told me how he became a marshal. He earned it just like any Tenakth.
It was an insult. No Outlander can ever deserve to wear our armor, bear our marks. And then a Karja messenger was brought before us? That's when I knew. I had to run my blade through Hekarro and drag his treacherous corpse to the gates of the Sundom.
What happened when the Karja messenger appeared before Hekarro?
The quivering priest bore a message from their new king. No more war. No more raids. Suddenly, the Karja wanted to talk peace. A truth enough. Their blood exists to be spilled. He showed himself a Karja-loving
and lost.
His mercy was just. I vowed never to rest until the debt was repaid. So with an army of soldiers, the day you got it.
The deal you made. Override tech. How did Silence approach?
That name means nothing. My agreement was with the Oseram Sarah and her sons.
So all this time, you didn't even know who and you trusted in it.
If it was a trick, I would have. But she spoke with the same burning, and she offered me the chance to run them down. The terror in your enemy's eyes when they see you charge. I bet you've.
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal?
Had I killed Hekarro, these Zeniths would have been the first, but because of you. My people.
Because of me, hundreds of Tenakth won't throw away their... Are you really going to fight alongside?
I have no reason.
Really?
I failed to kill Hekarro. Failed to eliminate the Karja remain out of my reach. All I have left are the screams of the... So show me where to bury.
All right.
Ever since you got in my way, I've wanted. But if I'm to die, then it might as well be with the one who flew.
I'll let you know when it's time to move. Here I come! Weapon can make this fight go quick. catch a break from this. Gotta bring the drone down to grab its data. Maybe if I jump onto it? Pack's full, but my stash has room. Going down! Grab the drone's data. old ruin built into the cliff. I think that's the one that Tanakh told me about. Might be worth poking around inside.
Okay, check. We're back. At saka, may mic na. Meron ba? Let me see. Do we have our mic? Is it on? Is it on? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Ayan. Ay, comment na rin natin na magma-mic on pala tayo. Okay. Resume. So, where was I?
There's some kind of tunnel.
Oh, shit.
I should take a look around.
Okay. How would I be able to get there? Oh, I guess I just keep on hitting.
I wonder what they used all these machines for.
I don't know. Okay. Oh, alright.
Oh, great.
That's cool too. Oh, so ilalabas ko pa dito. Kasya ba ito dito? Oh, Aloy. Hindi kasya. Huh? Of course, it can never be that easy, right? Yung tropa ko nakaabang dun sa labas. Teka lang, Brad. Eh? Yeah, I could do that, I guess. Hey. Race blast door, how?
What does this do? I'm surprised this thing works. After all this time. Uh-oh. Door's closing.
That's fine. How do I get there? I think I know how. Look, there's that. I have to... Zoinks. No can do.
Alright, try that again.
It'll only work if and only if I... grab the crate. Damn it! I said grab the freaking crate. Grab the freaking crate. Oh shit. Talaga ba? How about
Oh, it's not gonna budge from here.
Well, that kind of sucks. So, how about... Come here. Fuck, hindi na siya kasha. Mahinang nidal lang. Well... That definitely sucks. Ooh. Daanan din din. Of course, it can never be that easy, right? Question is, why do they have that? Ah, I think I know why. Fuck. Uy, tatangata si Aloy talaga. Whoa. Shit, man. What if I... Can I? No, I can't. Ano ba ito? Ba't wala akong bala? Oh. You know what? I'm not gonna push it.
Now's my chance.
Alright, we're in. That one's close. That's close too. Does that mean I can? Of course I can. But how do I get there? Ah, there.
Oh, the door's closed. So, I'm locked in. Let's hope there's a way out.
No, that's what you think.
Bowcaster won't work on that.
What do we have here? Oh!
Maybe it can still move. Okay, now, what to do with you?
Wait, I'll get back to you later. I just have to check if we have nothing. We don't have anything at all. Wait. There's also this motherfucker here.
This could be useful.
What could be here? A lock.
Door's locked. Looks like it needs a key module.
Yeah. Said I'm gonna fucking finish the game. Holy.
Well, I can't expect everything to hold up in this place, I guess.
So now what?
How am I gonna get up there now?
Key. Ah, that's a key.
Key module. I'll find a use for you.
Can I? No, I can't. Okay. Acting all.
I think I have what I need to open this door. There.
What is there? Wait lang. Gods to charge me a phone. Because it's not a goner, but it's charge. And here we go, charging up. There we go. Ah, this one. I remember you. Oops.
What's in here?
Find out. Ay, gagi. Hindi yan. Wait, what? Now I'm... Oops, what's that?
Oh.
Yeah, this is the place. Now we're back outside. I knew it. I'm
Looks
gonna
like
pull
I'm
it
back
out.
on the other side of the big door. Hurry to get to the other side.
wait, so this one... Okay. Now will I be able to get there? Nope, yeah, but what am I thinking? How am I gonna get that shit? Nope. Oh. Nope. It's supposed to be an easy puzzle. I don't even have to open that shit.
Better move quickly.
What happens if I leave it there? Would it crush it? Oh!
That should keep the door open.
And then what? Can I? Wait. But how am I gonna get there? Ah! There you go. Are you sure there's nothing here? Holy. What's that? Let me just get that one first. Oh, when am I gonna get there? I guess through here. Up yeah, up yeah. And tell me, what do you have there? Wala naman pala masyadong tibay. Anyway, going back. As usual, got sidetracked again. And we're here.
I gotta find a way to reach the relic, but how? Okay, got the relic. According to this data, this thing might have had something to do with Las Vegas. Maybe I should head back there.
There we go. Wait, where am I heading? What's that? We need to head over here. Holy whack. Malayo ah. How are we gonna get there? Just gonna fly? These are unknown shelters and unknown places. What is this? Valley of the Fallen. Huh. Another rebel camp there. Sheesh. This is going to take a while. Let's just fast travel there first. Let's get to the campfire behind us. Why do we have a couple of Apex Ravagers here? That's weird. Sorry guys, I don't need you. Not now. As far as I can go is here. What's this? Ah, I remember that quest. What's here? No. Just fast travel there. And then we will ride our Sunwing again. Go. Get me, Sunwing. Cool. That's nice. Let's go. Where am I? On the workbench. Regulators. Valley the Fallen. Fly high, butterfly. Ayan pala. Hindi lipad-lipad. Interesting. I'm a shelter. Alright. Cool. We can open our stash. There you go. Use the workbench and craft. Craft some stuff. Mag-aaksaya pala tayo if we do that. But, well, we won't do that then. You know what? Let's do a manual save. Before, oops, sorry, doing a manual save really quick. This is so... I just have one, a manual save. And now how do I get back to my freaking Sunwing? Ano, wala. Oh, well, that's kind of scary, gotta be honest. Teka, hindi ko gusto yung controls. Let's see. Saan yun? Order sprint. Let's do that. Let's also do that. Nope. Dodge and focus. Let's do that. On hold. When enabled, tap of the switch. Holy wow, meron palang ganyan. Using the motion sensor. Let's not do that. Vibration. That's it. A bit lang. On Standard, background, none. Mix, cool. Machine, force one audio, no. Visual, blah blah blah, blur, no. Shake, okay. Ano to? Gauntlet runs, quick time events, auto shielding on mount house. On road, no. Don't. Co-pilot. And this was to use a second controller with the mirror controls. Hold toggle. Adjust how the hold is over. Aim assist forward. Nope. Have to wait. I need to do something really quick. Be back, guys. Be back. We'll be back. I'll be back. Wait lang.